Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. It's time for the Mayor's Report, and this morning in with us we have Sue Knight. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you in. You've got a council update for us.
Yes, I do. Troy City Council met last evening. There were 4 pieces of legislation on their agenda. All of those were adopted. To run down them, there was a resolution authorizing the city to enter into the agreement with Miami County General Health District, that is for providing public health services to Troy citizens during the calendar year 2016. The city will be paying $335,767.69, to be exact, during 2016. And this will provide the mechanism for Troy residents to receive the same services that any other Miami County citizens may from Miami County Public Health.
Okay.
There were 2 ordinances that dealt with small areas to be dedicated as right-of-way. And to explain those, there was 2.451 acres of right-of-way along the east side of Experiment Farm Road, and another one that's a small parcel of 0.891 acres along the west side of State Route 55. So those were both approved. And then there are a few parcels of city-owned property that have not yet been annexed to the city of Troy, and council considered legislation that would approve that we start the annexation process. The process itself will take a little while. There will be additional legislation. These parcels, the most recent one people may be familiar with is the land known as the Hills Camp Farm adjacent to Duke Park.
Yeah.
It's 117, a little bit more acres, that is right adjacent to the park that will be annexed. The other is an area just north of Treasure Island Park, a little bit over 4.5 acres that was donated some time ago by Hobart Brothers. And right adjacent to that is a little tiny parcel, 0.283 acres, that had been donated at some point by Dr. Jason Johnson. So those will eventually all be annexed to the city of Troy. And that really took care of the legislation the council did consider last night.
All right. Treasure Island moving right along, and looks, I can't wait to see the finished product.
It's going to be exciting.
I've been going up on the levee and peeking down over. So
yes. A lot of people are.
Yeah, a lot of people should, and then they'll really get a good idea of what's going on over there.
Right, things are really starting to form up.
I know the mayor and I have talked. The one thing that I noticed was, everyone's worried about the flooding, and while it's never flooded inside of the marina.
It has never flooded inside the marina building, and the items that are being placed within the park, the construction is such that water may flow onto them and flow back without causing damage, which is not uncommon for structures along other river areas throughout the country.
Well, I noticed that when I'm looking down at even, say, the bathrooms, they're sitting at the same height as the marina.
Right.
So everything has been bought or been built with that in mind.
Yes.
So smart.
Yes.
We've started fall cleanup in our own yards and in the cemetery as well.
Right. In the cemetery, we are in the, we have 2 seasons of cleanup, the spring and the fall, which is, of course, now. And we are asking that, coming up really soon, that citizens who have decorations, particularly ground-mounted decorations at Riverside Cemetery, that they want to keep, if they would go out and take them off. So this is going to enable us to go in and clean up the area, blow the leaves, pick up the twigs. And also sometimes those ground-mounted decorations can start to deteriorate, and there are pieces of metal. Those can be hit by another piece of maintenance equipment and flip and hurt someone or hurt or damage the equipment. So removing those is a good idea. Then starting November 15th, citizens are more than welcome to start putting those decorations back or putting out perhaps decorations they think that are more seasonal. And then we have a very attractive cemetery, and this just helps keep it attractive.
All right. Like I said as well, clean up at our own yards
Mm-hmm.
because the leaf collection started the beginning of this week.
Yes, we are on our first round of leaf collection. It actually started yesterday. There may not be too many leaves down. I think with the rain, we had a little bit of rain and wind over the weekend. That did make a little bit of difference to bringing down some of the leaves. But the city does plan to make 3 full rounds of leaf collection, weather permitting. It takes several weeks to complete one round. The maps and the areas are described on our website, www.troyohio.gov. And so we'll be picking up the leaves and removing them, reminding people that you can also, for small items of yard waste or whatever, you may use the tea bags that you may purchase from the city's Building and Collection Office in City Hall or at True Value. We cannot pick up other bags from other vendors, so please use these, and then we'll be able to take away your yard waste also.
Now, if they have some of the scrub branches,
Mm-hmm.
and if they've got a lot of those, keep those in about, I want to say it's within about 3 foot
Yes.
lengths, and then bundle those.
Bundle and tie them for the ease of picking them up. We can't really pick them up very easily if they're not bundled and tied. So we're just asking the citizens to work with us in following these procedures so that we can pick the items up. And
It keeps it
clean
organized.
them out of their gutter areas.
Yeah.
And Troy citizens take such pride in their properties and in their entire neighborhoods and entire community.
And keep the branches separate from the leaves. Just
Yes.
leaves in the
Yes.
leaves pile.
Yes.
And keep those leaves about a foot away from the curb. That way, if we do get a storm, it's not washing all that down into
Right.
the water runoff sewer.
Into the storm drains.
Or
and
making it
clogging
dams,
those.
yeah.
Yes. So yes, please.
And now we also have, with Halloween coming up, the Downtown Merchants Halloween and the
Children's Parade.
Yes, the Children's Parade.
Yes, the morning Children's Halloween Parade will be on Saturday the 24th at 9 a.m. Starts in the area of the Hobart Center for Government and proceeds down to the public square that is sponsored by the Troy Noon Optimist Club and Troy Main Street as well. After there's some costume judging on Prouty Plaza and candy. You have to have candy for Halloween. And then to add to the candy, the merchants are doing downtown trick or treat. So you can take your little children around to the merchants and they'll get some candy. And there are also activities at Troy Hainer Cultural Center that day. So
They have the
busy
Boo
day.
Bash.
The Boo Bash, absolutely.
That's going on.
Yes.
And then Trick or Treat for the city of Troy will be the 29th.
Yes, it is. 6 to 8 p.m. So, starts to get a little dark at 8, so, people just have to watch out for those little trick-or-treaters. Of course, parents are taking them around, but just to be cautious.
Aware that
Yes,
they're going to be out pretty thick that night.
Yes, if the weather's cooperative. Sometimes if the weather's not so nice, they're still out.
Yes.
Kids love trick-or-treat, so do parents.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, so do I.
Okay.
Now, one other thing people would have noticed as they're turning up at their houses.
Yes.
First, they probably noticed that the recycling bin disappeared, and now they're getting their actual new recycling container.
Yes, 65-gallon container. In theory, everyone should have received a container. If you have not, and it's possible that didn't happen in a very few instances, please call our Central Maintenance and Service Facility at 335-1914 during office hours, and that would be like from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they will make sure that you do get a container. People have their new recycling containers. We're asking that you use them. Remember, everything has to go inside the container, your cardboard and everything, your recyclables, your newspapers, everything goes in that. Please place it to the front of the residence. Exactly, there's instructions on the container itself. We need to have it in a way that the drivers can come down the street and just pick it up and it's automatically emptied. The drivers are working with the residents, you know, trying to, if they see one that's not out at the right place, they're getting out of the truck and placing it. So, you know, just try to follow those instructions. Again, if you have questions, you may call our Central Maintenance and Service Facility at 335-1914, and the staff there will be very happy to try to assist you.
I love the fact that they're bigger and that they have lids. And
Yes,
they're on wheels.
They're
so
on wheels, yes.
it makes it very easy for the residents to move them from the house out to the street, bring it back up. But it also keeps the wind from blowing anything away.
It does. You know, sometimes very, very windy days, newspapers or, you know, perhaps cereal boxes, something that was like cardboard, would blow around, and this should help keep things tidy. And, you know, there may be some people who, while they are very diligent at recycling, maybe there's just one or two persons in the house, so maybe they're not going to put it out every week, but, you know, please feel free to put it out every week, even if it just has a few items in it.
All right. Anything else this morning, Sue?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. This has been the Mayor's Report with Sue Knight. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TC TV.